out with Cosmic right here. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing fine.
Right. You had quite the match in the Rumble.
I know, right? I'm still feeling it.
You kicked ass, though. Good job, good job. All right, let everybody know what you're selling.
I'm selling t-shirts. So this is my art. I mean, I didn't draw it, but I paid for it. Close enough, right? This little crop top, it says your daddy's favorite. Photos. I got my little stickers and an acrylic stand. Here she is. Cute, right? You can put her on your desk and look at her and fall in love like you're doing with me. And these stickers are free, so you can feel free to grab those if you want.
All right, where can everybody get this great merch you got going?
So you can obviously hit me up on my Instagram. It's Yes Cosmic, as in Yes Cosmic, anything you want on at IG, and I'll send it out to you guys as soon as you purchase it.
All right, make sure everybody follows Cosmic. Who taught you how to rap?
Well, I spent some time working at McDonald's, and part of like their training is like you gotta take the things and you gotta like fold them the right way, you gotta wrap them the right way. So like I didn't last very long, as you could tell. I just wasn't. It wasn't for me. Like it wasn't for me. It's not for everybody. I'm currently jobless outside professional wrestling, so I really hope that this takes off because the cardboard box like just isn't keeping me insulated at night anymore.
You need to put your priorities in.
You think I should go back to McDonald's?
No.
You think Ronald will take me back? Ronald.
Grimace.
Yeah. Well, Grimace is working with the Mets now. So do you think I could get a job with the Mets?
Probably.
Get a good job with
probably
the Mets?
be in the starting lineup for the Mets.
Starting line for the Mets? I'll take that.
I don't think that's going to work.
You don't think that's why don't you think it's gonna work?
I don't think it's going to work. Anyway. About you guys on my podcast.
Yeah, we got one more Titan show.
Yeah.
So, we're going to do what we do, catch a dub before we head out.
Okay.
So,
all right. Now, there's a guy that I just interviewed named Tyler Fox. He's going to be with you guys at the camp.
Okay.
So say hello to Tyler.
Okay. Yeah, we'll send our regards from Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
What up, Tyler? What up?
What up, man?
Let everyone know what you're selling, man, and where they can get it.
Yeah, so we got the Live Danger gear right here. Boom, boom, firepower on the back. Live Danger on the front. Obviously, we have the headbands. We have 8x10s. We're posting everywhere. We're around everywhere. Yeah.
You know where to go. You know you're going to want to wake up in the morning, look at your nightstand, and just see a nice, fresh picture of Live Danger.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys, for a moment of your time, and I'll see you around.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Papa.
All right, thank you.
I just want to say that it was super rude of you to walk away from me early.
Talking to the New York State champion, you're going to have to pay up.
Do you take kale?
Dude, goodbye. Whip wreck, Cation, doesn't matter.
We'll see what happens, but it looks like we have a special guest.
Get my earplugs on.
No. You was looking for Tina, and then you talk about people.
Dominate tonight, all right? The Dirty Deeds, they got nothing.
We're now the new Starlet champion. What's going on?
Hi, I am fearless princess, so why not team up?
All right, now just announced by Mr. Joel Maximo for February.
Finisher is called the Shadow Band, and I was like, that's kind of.
Hold on. Let me speak. Okay?
But today I got a very special guest. I got the great.
Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I am your host, Papa Dank, and today I have two very special guests. But today was a very special day for me because I got to meet one of my idols that I just love his stuff that he's doing. There's the one and only 50 Cent. There he is when Papa Dank met 50. It's quite the day, quite the moment. But anyway, let me bring to you my very special guest. He will be appearing this Friday at SWA's Knuckle Up, September 6th. Make sure you get your tickets. Use our QR code or go to SuffolkWrestlingAlliance.com to get your tickets. But let me bring them to you guys tonight. Let me bring to you Ashter Zero. Me, 0 to me, right?
Yeah, 0 to me.
Let's do it.
0 down to me.
How did you guys come up with the name? Let's start with that.
It just started at the bottom. We started at the bottom and then we got up. 0 to being yourself, me. Right, Asher?
Asher's on mute.
Sorry.
Thank God he was on mute. I thought he was gonna interrupt me for a second. I think he's on mute.
There you go.
Never. I guess you could say that. I mean, I'm more or less, I'd say, built into the name, but yeah, that works too.
You know, we really workshopped a lot of ideas, and we just settled on that one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like it. I like it.
You there?
Now let's talk merch game for a moment. What kind of shirts do you guys have?
We have a whole none, but we have ideas.
You have ideas. I can think of a couple ideas. I'm a good merchandiser.
Go ahead.
So, well, I picture the big 0, and then like a heart in the middle that says me.
You know, honest to God, why aren't you our
Whatever.
merch guy? That is a good idea.
Right now.
What?
You're what?
Right now to get that settled up.
Also, we really wanted to do like crop tops. Crop tops is a good idea too.
Okay, all right. What about some 0 to me Crocs?
I mean, personally, I don't wear those, but fuck it.
I don't wear them either, but a lot of people do, and you got to go where the money's at. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's fair. But no, we gotta make crop tops, shorts. We gotta make Crocs.
Right,
We gotta
right.
make flip flops. Everything in between.
Just so you know, this is not how I thought the conversation was going to start. Just so you know.
I did not either, but I love where it's going.
Yes, they said crop tops.
I mean, I wear crop tops all the time, so
Right.
now I need to start wearing them more.
All right, let's start with some history. Let's start with how you fell in love with professional wrestling. Each one of you.
Asher, you take the floor first.
All right. I started honest. I started watching in 2014, but same time WrestleMania. But
Okay.
Punk.
I think Asher's
Let's say Fun Love
Zero's
and watching
Wi-Fi is not working well, me.
I do not think so at all.
We didn't hear a word he said.
We did not.
All right, me. Why don't you take it? Let's see if he can fix his Wi-Fi over there.
Okay, fix the Wi-Fi. Where my love professional wrestling started was around 10 years old. Like, I was just one day, like every single day, I just watched Blues Clues off the VHS until one day I decided to dig my hand deeper into that crate of VHSs, and I found a pay-per-view called WrestleMania 2000. Did not know what the heck it was, but I was like, this is different. So I just put it into the VHS player. And honestly, the match that got me to fall in love with it was the triple threat tag ladder match between Edge and Christian, the Hardys, and the Dudleys. That is where it all started for me. From there, I didn't really understand how to watch it live, so I just asked for the video games and just played the video games and got the figures and play with that.
That's dope.
Yeah, and then of course, when I eventually found out, you can watch it live, it was during 2010 Raw, which, if you know anything about 2010 Raw, that was not the best time to be a wrestling fan, but honestly, I think that just amplifies how much I love it for the basis of what it is, that I was able to watch that product and still just love the idea of it and what it represented. That's where it all started for me, was when I was 10 years old and I found that VHS. If I didn't find that VHS, I'm not sure where my life would be right now, honestly.
Okay, all right. Asher, what about let's hear
Testing
your story
1,
again.
2. Testing 1, 2. Can you guys
All
hear
right,
me?
much better, much better.
Yeah.
All right, great. Mine started a little late. I started watching wrestling. I walked in on watching episode of a Biggie Langston, and slowly I started falling. I started watching more and more when
He's crapping out again.
No.
Yikes.
I want to say it's WrestleMania 30 for me.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 30. All right, you're gonna have to keep your answers short today. By the way, this episode is not brought to you by Prime. It's not brought to you. Just so everybody knows.
I've not tried that once in my life, but all the respect to you.
It's actually good. I'm on this no carb thing for like 6 weeks now.
Right.
And it's been pretty successful. And I wasn't drinking it. because I thought it had sugar. And then the vendor from my shoot job, it's like, no, this has no sugar, man. And I look at him like, no shit, you're right. It doesn't have sugar.
Well, if something's able to give you that much energy and it doesn't even provide sugar, that's always a good thing, I guess.
That's a good thing, but who knows what I'm bumping into me though.
All I know is I see that thing in the middle of the ring for pay-per-views, and I'm just like, do not like it. But at the same time, all
it's very different, right?
Yeah. No, honestly, when I first heard that concept of it being in the middle of the ring, I vitrioled and hated it. But then it was like black. It was like the logo and stuff was black. It wasn't colored in, and it was like, okay, all right, I can kind of look past that.
So, guys, we're gonna jump out of your story for a minute and picture this. You are Logan Paul in the WWE, getting paid way more than probably most of those guys get, right? And you don't know what work means.
I can respect Logan Paul for being able to insert himself so easily into the WWE mold. I can imagine being like, I don't know, a Ricochet, and like someone that's worked their entire lives to get this. And all that Logan Paul had to do was just scream at some random video games and go into a force, and he was A-okay.
Right. That's it. He's in.
Oh no.
He's in, and he gets any interview he wants. Anyway.
Yeah. He was. Hey man, but he brings more eyes to the company despite his shady actions. So I cannot.
It's so funny because Hogan's like, "Are you serious?"
Hey man, I'm not gonna listen to Hogan's takes for a minute after the other day.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Asher. Hopefully your Wi-Fi is working a little bit better.
I'm a little scared to talk.
It seems better than it was before. Like every other sentence was tripping. Now you.
That's right. Every other sentence was tripping. All right, let's start. Where'd you go train, Asher? And then me, you'll go next.
I trained originally in Nickel City.
Okay. All right. I think it's best you keep it short. Me.
We're not to cut you off, Asher. My bad. Where I started was I started at UPW. Technically, I trained twice. As in, I trained when I was 16 or 15 years old at UPW. And trained for a year and then gave up because I had a bad match and my ego was shattered. But then at 23 or I think like 22 or 23, I started at UPW again in a very hot garage. And it was an uphill climb for me to be able to become the wrestler I am today. But it was the connections that I made, especially Chris Caden, that gave me the confidence that I have today. So overall, 3 years ago I started, and it is probably one of the best choices I have made in my life.
Shout out to Chris Caden.
Honestly, shout out to that man. If he doesn't shout out himself,
he doesn't. He's modest, a modest guy.
Yeah, no, he's a humble dude, and then he gets out of the ring and just screams.
He just goes nuts.
He just goes absolutely nuts.
Is that the same guy? I get it. All right, let's go into how'd you guys team up?
Honestly, it was really random.
Yeah, it was entirely kind of just off the cuff a bit, more so because I don't know. I mean, how we teamed up was like we were on the road at the same time. Me and Carlos have been on the road like multiple times, and every single time we share the ring, we've had good chemistry. It just so happened that we were on the same trip to SWA, and we were able to get a spot to tag together, and that match went phenomenal. And that's kind of what spurred us to start to have the idea of consistently tagging together.
Right. Okay. All right. Now let me know about your toughest match to date, guys. Who were your opponents, and why was this match so difficult for you guys to get through? That's a good one.
Jamie got this one first.
God, see, it's so hard. Psychologically, the toughest match I had was genuinely against a guy named Mark House. Mostly because, again, when I was 15 or 16, he was my initial trainer. And then I quit. And then during this spur, within the second year, I had a match against him, his first match returning. And psychologically, it was very strange. It was kind of like that. It was like a confrontation of like the old anxieties I had coming back because it was like the standard I set for myself at 16 was now presenting itself to me right now in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So psychologically going into that match, it was probably the most difficult. But honestly, when it comes to just a hard match in general to wrap your head around, it is probably a steel cage match. It was a steel cage match that was like a 6 or 7 way. It was like when you're that confined into the space of a cage with 6 or 7 other people, then that makes it a whole lot more hard to be able to position yourself right.
Okay. What about you, Ash?
I'm scared to talk.
You got it.
Don't be scared.
Toughest
You're a
one for
wrestler.
me-
Don't be scared.
Toughest one for me would probably be the mental battle I had with my debut.
Okay.
I was freshly 18. I turned 18 a week ago from that match, and it was with 2 of my trainers and one of my best buddies. This is how 3 years in the making, basically. I've known these guys my entire wrestling career, and now it's my first time wrestling in front of fans.
Okay.
That's understandable.
And heading into what's up?
Go ahead. No, finish.
Heading into the match, it was like as soon as I jumped through the curtain, I was like, it's weird seeing all my friends and family out there seeing me wrestle for the first time because none of them have never seen me touch a ring. So it's like, and then getting through the match, like trying to remember everything is just it was worse. And I felt like I had cold feet. But as soon as I stepped into the ring and the bell rung, I was like a kid living out his dream.
Okay. All right. We got a question for you. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
What's one tag team on the indie scene that you want to face?
Ooh.
You can name a couple if you want to do a couple.
It's kind of hard. I know one that I want to face is definitely more so indie scene, but it's more so like it's closer to me, so it's not that far. A tag team called American Strong Style. I know. I've seen them mostly because they've been kind of like the tone setters for tag team wrestling within my home fed. So to be able to have a great match with them would definitely boost my confidence when it comes to tag team wrestling because of their high standard.
Okay. I don't think I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're from UPW, our home fed in Rochester.
Okay. What about you, Ash?
The tag team I always seen when I started training I haven't seen wrestle in a long time, like near me, but like it's so fun watching them, and they do such great work in the ring. It's definitely CXR.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that one as well. It's
they're phenomenal wrestlers. I mean, they leak charisma, they leak moves. They're insane watching wrestling.
TJ Epics and Troy Cooper? Is that the other one's name?
Chow Connors.
My bad.
Okay. All right. Let's go into places you want to go that you haven't been to yet.
Ooh.
Federations. Let's do with federations.
Ooh.
Ohio Valley Wrestling is definitely one.
Okay. And this.
I definitely would like to work even in the States in ROH.
Okay.
And probably NWA. Those are the 3 big ones that are like within my most like a close bias of where I think I want to step up onto eventually.
Man, NWA was just out here in Philly this week.
Really?
Yeah, we saw.
Sold out.
2,500 arena.
Yeah, sold out, packed. They're doing some shows up here in New York, Queens, and Huntington, down on the Long Island.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to look into that.
Yeah, I already got tickets for the Queens show.
Heck yeah.
So I'm excited. All right, let's go into states you want to go to that you haven't wrestled in yet.
For me, Florida.
Yeah, Florida is definitely a hotbed of wrestling that I want to get to.
That and Texas.
Okay. Now, Texas, you can go from one part of the state to the other, and you can feel like you're in a different part of the United States.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I've been told by some of the wrestlers down there.
I mean, overall, I mean, eventually when I do eventually depart from Rochester in its entirety, probably within like 4 or 5 years from now, I wanted to try and wrestle in all 50 states. That is a goal.
Okay. Now, is that like, do you want to still live there and you want to travel, or you want to move somewhere else?
It's kind of one of those things where like I want to buy a van. Like that's my dream, is to buy a van and just go. Like literally just travel all around, just meeting different people and trying to make as much connections now as possible, so that when I go to eventually do that, it's like I already have people to hit up to see if they have shows that can work.
So you and Zero in the van.
No.
No.
Well, you don't want to travel the country, dog.
Zero staying behind.
No. Zero's moving. Next year I plan on going to college at Full Sail in Florida.
Oh. Okay. Some federations down there. So
yeah.
this could be a split between you guys.
No.
No?
I'm always gonna be back in New York.
I mean, not the friendship. I'm just saying the tag team.
Oh no, tag team friendship. I'll always be up in New York, no matter what. New York's my home.
New York is your home. I hear you. Me too.
And I would love to travel to Florida more and more. So.
Yeah, I would like to travel to Florida more and more too. Someone book all of us to go to Florida, right? Anyone out there, book us all to go. I'll do the podcasting. They'll do the wrestling.
It'll be an excuse to finally get on a plane for the first time for me, so that'd be awesome.
You never been on a plane?
Really?
No.
Really?
Wow.
That's interesting.
You're a wrestler. You can't be scared.
Yeah, you can't be scared.
Of a plane? Are you?
You can't be scared.
You'll be okay.
You have to like suck it up.
What do you think? When you're saying in relation to a plane and wrestling, what are you expecting? I'm going to do an elbow drop off the plane? No, it's
Why not?
Maybe I'll nice.
It'll be okay. It's safer. It's safer to be on a plane than in a relationship. Trust me.
Statistically, that is probably the case.
That is facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I love that quote. I'm not gonna lie, because it's probably statistically true.
It just popped in my head for some strange reason. I don't know. Let's look at the flyers for the show. Oh, there it is. You guys are taking on the Throne.
The Throne.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those guys are mean.
Yeah, we got Daniel Riley and Casey Lysan.
Casey Lycan.
Lycan or Lysan?
Lycan.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's not going in today, man.
I just watched the matches. I didn't hear the
right. I know the guys pretty well, actually.
Oh. Got any advice?
They're mean.
Yeah. Advice.
Hard hitting.
Yeah, I know. Daniel Riley is basically like a bulldozer.
So, Jerm, bring your baseball bat.
He's like a brick.
Yeah, he is a thick boy, but he's surprisingly agile for his size. I saw that man do what was it? He did a handstand springboard off of the ropes into a back elbow, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's a very agile man. I've seen him.
Sounds like
wrestle.
Jerm's wrestling the whole match. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen him in different federations, not just SWA. So.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, that's my advice. Watch out for them
and
hits.
they've also been wrestling as a tag team since 2021, so they have at least 3 years of experience.
You sound nervous.
You sound nervous.
I'm nervous because my tag team partner just said, "Hey, buddy, you're wrestling the entire match by yourself." And
You'll be okay. Builds character.
Listen, just like the event says, knuckle up.
Exactly.
He's like, oh shit, I'm in trouble.
Right.
Are brass knuckles allowed?
Bring a baseball bat.
Not in this match, no.
Dang.
No. We're gonna have to talk to someone make it.
We're gonna have to Logan Paul this.
We're gonna have to Logan Paul this. Man, you can also see Fiju take on Coraline in a singles match. Yikes. That's gonna be a tough one.
Oh yeah.
My money's on Cora though.
I just seen the last SWA show. I believe it was my first time seeing Cora wrestle.
Yeah, she was there. Yeah. She's been all over Even man, she's been in Florida, just so you know.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. What wrestler do they admire? Robert wants to know. Who do you guys admire?
My all-time favorite, my first gear inspiration was actually off of AJ Styles.
Mm.
He's definitely like the guy I look up to when it comes to anything wrestling wise.
When you think of the word admire, the first word that comes to my head is probably Bryan Danielson. Just because ever since I saw him from the beginning, I could tell just with the way he carries himself and how good he is in the ring that he spent like more than like half a day in a ring just training. And that is something that is very admirable to me, to put that much dedication towards the craft. And it just shows consistently. Never seen a bad Bryan Danielson match.
Man, what a match he had at All In, huh?
Yeah, that was great.
That was
crazy.
Dude, when he kicked out of Swerve's finish, that is one of the wildest crowd reactions that I have ever seen. Like 50,000 people just losing their minds collectively. And I mean, that is the emotion that Danielson invokes. I mean, again, since was it WrestleMania 30 where he beat Triple H and then went on to go beat Randy Orton and Batista in the main event. That entire storyline, just with I think is more so just in the body movement and how he portrays himself as that underdog consistently, and is able to fight and be hard hitting when fighting back up. So that's what I find admirable about Bryan Danielson.
He had the same kind of moment in All In.
Yeah. No, it was definitely, and what makes it even better that it wasn't like a carbon copy. It was like its own natural moment that was not forced whatsoever. It was it was a natural lead. It's not like he got in the company and they immediately gave him a title shot. He's been in that company for about like, what has it been, like 1 or 2 years at this point.
Yeah.
It was a natural inclination to that, and to have him take it off of Swerve and people still be behind him because Swerve was an over guy and was a face and everyone loved him, but Bryan Danielson, the energy he gives, was able to supersede that in a very natural way that didn't bury Swerve at all.
Yeah, it was unforgettable match. There's a couple of great matches that night. If you watched the whole pay-per-view.
Yeah, I watched what was it, Darby versus Jack Perry. I watched that, was it the Fatal 4-Way Trios match for the Trios titles in that ladder match. Again, when you hear about 12 people being in the ring at the same time, you expect a lot to go off the rails, but that match didn't go off the rails. Consistently, that card was really good.
Right. All right. Let's jump out of wrestling for a moment. Talk about each of your hobbies. What kind of hobbies you guys have? As you can see, my hobbies behind me.
My main hobby is probably when I have nothing else going on, just writing down raps, honestly. Like, I'm not like a rapper because I don't get out on mic that much, but whenever I find myself in the zone, I'm able to write down lyrics.
Okay. I'm going to give you an assignment. I need a Papa Denk rap.
A Papa Denk rap? I got you, dog. I will write the first few bars now. I got you.
I need you to perform it, too, because I got to get music to it. It'll be my opening theme.
I'm not gonna lie, I have not actually verbally rapped since like 2020.
I made this guy freestyle for me once.
Oh, wow.
Bobby Orlando.
Dude,
so everybody knows.
Freestyling is definitely an art that is very hard. At the peak of me rapping, still was not able to freestyle a lick, but I try my best.
All right. So this Friday night, I shoot every show I usually go to, depending on what I'm doing. I shoot a vlog. So we're gonna have your freestyle rap on the.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing.
What have I set myself up for? Oh God! What have I done? Oh Jesus! Oh my God! This is what I get for sharing my hobbies. I guess.
There you go.
This is what you get.
I'll do one of those, like it's a freestyle, but it was pre-written. I got you.
There you go. Listen, I won't know. I'll just listen to you go. And I'm like, all right, that's cool.
I'll give you a good 16 bar. No, 4 or 5 bars. No, 8 bars. 8 bars. You got 8 bars.
Zero. Well, what about your hobbies, bro?
I actually teach chess.
Okay. Ooh, that's a complicated sport.
I've been playing chess since I was 8 years old, so it's been going on for a long time.
That's a thinking man's sport.
Some people say that. I think I'm dumb as rocks, so I don't really get where the thinking part comes from.
Right.
I've only won one or two
Well-
chess games, and I was in the chess club for about a year.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
Well,
yeah.
Ash, do you win?
Yeah, I have a nationals title actually, and 2
Really?
state appearances. Yeah.
So you're pretty smart.
No.
You just don't know it.
No.
That'd be wild. If he's like, I teach chess. Have you won? No.
No.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, no, I teach them how to lose.
Yeah, I teach
That's
them how to
easy.
lose on purpose so that hopefully I can beat them.
Right, exactly. The
Oh,
smarter
man.
game.
Robert loves chess. All right.
Oh, good.
The great part about chess too is like it's not even a game you necessarily need to be good at to bond with someone over. That's what I like about it because I've bonded with my fair share of people over it, but I've lost every single time.
Oh no! All right. Sarita says, "What's one piece of advice you'd off to an aspiring what you would I guess
You'd
say
off.
to an aspiring wrestler? One piece of advice."
Take
that-
advice,
Yeah.
like from anybody, even if they're like you've wrestled longer than them or they
Right.
wrestled longer than you. Everyone has something to say. Like same way as you would take a compliment, you would say you should take an insult. Take it as like motivation.
And mentally, this is what really helped me personally is that no matter how good of a match that you have is, you always have to look at like where you can improve. Never be content with like I had a great match, I'm the best. No, you're constantly learning. Like even someone like Chris Jericho that's been doing it for like 30, 40 years is
You're
still
right.
improving consistently. You
The
cannot
learning tree, man.
Yeah.
You cannot
The
be-
learning tree.
You cannot be content in wrestling because you need to constantly improve. Or what are you doing here?
Yeah.
But also, you gotta let your ego like stay at the door. Also with this stuff, especially
Unless you're Ethan Page.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you're Ethan Page. Because
That's right.
when you enter the ring, you are not only putting your own safety in line, but you're putting other people's safety in line. So if you are too concerned with your own ego, you're going to muddy that up a lot, and you're going to probably incidentally hurt someone because you feel the need to do something you really don't.
Okay. Robert says, "Make money."
It's true.
Make money.
It's true. That's a very big important thing about this. You have
Merchandising.
To make money.
Merchandising.
No, if you're an aspiring wrestler, you gotta kind of expect that for the first like 3, 4, 5 years, you're not gonna make a dime. Like that's
Really?
Most wrestlers make money through the merchandising at the shows.
Yeah.
Not what they get paid for the shows. You know, that's let's be honest, that's shit.
Yeah.
You guys do. That's shit.
Well, that's why the passion is the priority. And if you're doing
Right.
if you're coming into wrestling to make more of a profit, you're in the wrong industry because this is for people
Right.
that really love it and not
Right.
love just money.
You have to love it. So you got to do it through merchandising, whatever it may be, T-shirts, stickers, bracelets, whatever.
Mm.
You know, I mean, I don't make money as a podcast. I lose money. I give my stuff away for free.
I mean, I
It's
just
passion.
Yeah,
It's my
a
passion. Right.
I mean, I got paid for the first time this year, but it was like not anything that I was like looking out to do. Because as soon as you start being like, I think I'm worth this, unless you're a vet that's had TV time, trying to put a price like too
Right.
much of a price in your head is like it's not going to get you that many bookings. At least
Right.
what I've seen.
Put great matches on, make connections, get booked elsewhere. and the
Connections
money
is
starts coming.
huge.
Mm-hmm. Connections is the most important thing. in
Connections
life.
is huge. For you guys, for me as a podcast guy, it's huge.
Mhm.
Oh, look at the kitty! I love cats. I have two.
Oh my
Nerd.
god, look at it, adorable. Oh my goodness.
I love cats.
No, I do as well.
I'm allergic, but I love my cats. Yes, Robert, the love of wrestling is why I do this podcast. Definitely. Plus, I got nothing else going on. This is it.
Yeah.
Fair.
And also,
Shoot,
it's like,
shoot job in this. That's it.
I mean, also like wrestling is just one big community that helps one another prosper internally, and it's not only through like the actual art of wrestling, but it's through again just the people that you meet and the conversations you're able to have. That is internally what makes life worth living. So anything that spurs a conversation or spurs you making a connection is ultimately a healthy thing. That's
Right.
why I love it, because it just gets people to meet up in one place and converse and have a love for something together.
100%. You agree?
Oh yeah, of course. I love every locker room I go into because everyone that I've been to so far has just been so positive. Everyone's like treat each other like we're family.
Yeah, 100%. This Friday, everybody will be up at Knuckle Up right here at NYWC Presents SWA Knuckle Up. Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. All right. We got who we got? We got Chris Caden.
That photo is wild.
It is wild. It
It
is wild. Satanta Fury, Steven Person, MC3, Panda Man, Jeremiah Triggs, Savage Shade, Caveman. Oh, Caveman's gonna be there. And Big Kaz all in a gauntlet match. Wow, that's gonna be huge.
I know. I can't wait for Kane to come out in number 1.
That's right, Caden. That's our guy. He's got to come up number 1.
And he's gonna make it
former double champ.
Double champion.
Double champ. All right, guys. Let's go into countries you would like to go to wrestle. Which country would you like to go to the most?
Probably the UK, like Europe, that general.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
that is like that's another continent of that type of wrestling I want to be around.
That's a good one. All right.
That is probably my same answer, actually. That's been a dream of mine ever since I started this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, well, for me personally, it was only when I got the exposure to like the NXT UK people, like Gunther, like Pete Dunne, like Tyler Bate. Like when I got in Ilya Dragunov, especially Ilya Dragunov, as soon as I saw the way they wrestle, that spurred something in me of like hard hitting, and I want to be able to meet up with them.
He's fantastic.
Yeah. Ilya Dragunov is probably, I'm going to say it right now, Ilya Dragunov is probably my favorite person to ever come out of NXT. Like, genuinely.
Yeah.
Just with the way he presents himself and the way that he's able to sell and genuinely look like he's dying, it is great. Like,
yeah, it's
he
true.
gives all the selling. So, especially him versus Dijak. Him versus Dijak, that match was probably one of my favorites ever.
Okay. What's the goal for you guys? Where would you like to end up?
I mean, overall, like my main goal, I have 2 separate ones. The first one, the main one, is obviously WWE. That is the end goal of where I want to get to. And I hate saying alternative because when it comes to WWE, you're either fully in or you're not going to make it.
Right.
But if I were to have a secondary choice when it comes to wrestling, it would be a trainer. Like me eventually being a trainer and being able to teach people. Just because of the dynamic I have with my trainer, and just seeing him being able to rally a good community together.
Right.
If I didn't make it in WWE, having another beautiful connection making place is happy by my standards.
All right. Well. Look who's in the chat, gentlemen. KC Lycan. Wow. KC Lycan says.
Oh, no, what are you doing here, man?
Oh, man. I think he's getting ready for Friday. That's what he's doing here.
The diabolical, whoa, what do we have here?
Me and Asher, I feel so sorry for what we're about to do to you. Wow.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do to me? Huh? Nothing I will do to you. Tenfold.
Not with this guy.
You see, I got my main man Asher Zio right there, and he's going to help me. I'm not sure if cursing is allowed, but beat you up.
You can curse. Fuck
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yo, this guy.
Come on. Ash, you gotta have the same.
He's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. Ash, you got
you
this.
gotta have the same. You gotta have the same confidence.
Didn't expect the Casey to be in the chat, but thanks for stopping by.
I love the fact he stopped in. I've been looking at your matches, boy.
Oh, he's been doing his studying, Casey.
I've been doing my studies. Have you been doing the same? I don't think so. So I know what's gonna come.
Whoa. All right, favorite food you guys love to eat?
On a consistent basis, not the healthiest, Taco Bell. But if we're saying in general, my favorite food that I will die on this hill is watermelon. Watermelon is the greatest food.
Oh, watermelon is
so good. It's so random, though.
It is random, but it's very good.
There's never been one time I've been to a watermelon and was like, this tastes off. No, it's consistent. It's reliable.
nobody has ever said watermelon on this show, so you are the first. Congratulations.
Yeah, awesome.
Speaking of which, when I was in New York City today, they were selling these people were selling fruit like in a cup. I'm like, I don't know if I trust that.
What was the cup like? What did it have a seal on it, or was
No,
it
I had like a dome on it, like one of those dome cups, like you would get like if you've got like a Slurpee type
yeah,
cup.
no, exactly.
And I'm like, I don't know if I trust that at all.
On the side of the street, I don't blame you. Like, how long was that in the fridge that probably has mold in it, dog?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
God.
Asher, before we get to your remarks, Casey has more stuff to say. We'll let you see and believe what we want you to. Wow.
Okay, I don't know about
Yikes.
this. Like this.
Screw it. I'm bringing the traffic cone.
Oh my God.
There you go.
I don't get what this
Bring the
subliminal stuff is. Subliminal? No, I'm direct. I don't think you can subliminally hit me. I can directly hit you. I don't know what the heck
Right.
that's about, but let's go on.
Oh, man.
Ash, favorite food?
A properly cooked chicken Alfredo.
Okay.
Alfredo, I'll give you that. Alfredo is the best.
Thank you. If it's like cooked by like a full Italian, I'm happy with it.
That's my real name, just so everybody knows.
I'm like half Italian, so like does that
Not good enough. Not good enough.
Not good enough. All right. I've been with an Italian. Does that count?
Yeah,
It definitely does count.
what?
He had to show you some things.
She
So
did.
someone that's
She
been with
showed
an
me some
Italian-
things, all right, bud.
All right, I see
Someone
what
that's
you
been
mean. See what you mean.
Oh man. Hi, Eileen. How are you? Oh man.
That's my mother.
Hi, mom.
Hi, Ma. How you doing?
I'm sorry, mom. This was not a kid friendly show. I'm sorry.
Never is this germ around.
What?
All right,
Never
let's
is
go
this
with rest of the year goals for both of you. And then we'll end. For now.
Rest of the year. My personal goals is to keep a hold of the title that I have, the student championship of where I'm from. Keep retaining that. On the same time, bringing my man Asher Zero up with me.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Oh, where's he
going?
Where's he going? I don't know.
Is the Wi-Fi out again? What's going
No,
on?
no. Because I have the same goal.
Oh.
Whoa!
Well, he is actually the student champion of where he's from. So
Oh, look at that championship belt. Let me see that championship again.
let me see that championship.
Oh, I love it. That's a beautiful belt. I'm a big belt guy. I love
Honestly,
belts.
I mean, that's kind of like that's what shows that we're gonna make a great tag team is that we're both the student champions of where we're from. So, you know,
I got my own championship, the 23-6 YouTube Heavyweight Championship.
Ooh, 23-6. What the heck?
That's right. I defend 23 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Is that a
okay, gotcha. Okay. So they at least get like 1 day of sleep.
I get one. Sunday is the holy day. I gotta rest.
Fair,
Gotta rest.
valid.
The rest of the day, I only need an hour because that's all I've been getting recently is an hour's worth of sleep
Oh no!
for different reasons. Oh, look, Casey's got more to say. Oh, I'm being direct. It's up to you two to decide to listen to the warning. Wow.
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 I'm listening well and clear, buddy.
Oh,
And the warning is not anything that's worth the threat. So I'm good.
Is everybody from SWA in the chat? Christopher Roan is watching us. Uh-oh.
Germ is going to get us killed.
Listen, as long as Daniel Riley is not watching, then we're good. Okay, if he's not watching, if that man's watching, I'm a little.
Daniel Riley's like a brick, man. Look at that guy.
Look at that
Worrisome.
man.
Very
He's
worrisome.
a brick. He's a brick house.
Germ, bring the brass knuckles.
Bring the brass knuckles.
If that man's head hits my shoulder, my shoulder's broken. That's all I'm saying. Like I don't.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
That's
he
crazy.
is. Oh no.
He's a brick house. Oh man, yikes.
That's why whenever Daniel Riley gets tagged in, Asher, you're the man.
That's
You
it.
are-
Asher
Asher
buddy.
is the man. There you go.
I'm a fake injury.
Huh?
I'm a fake an injury.
You're gonna.
You're faking injury?
Injury.
How are we gonna? Come here. How are we expected to win these tag goals?
You talking to me from another box?
Who are you talking to?
Another box. Come here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Zero to me. Thank you for coming on the podcast. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
You can follow me at Instagram at me isn't straight. And then you can follow me on Facebook at the Miracle Boy Me.
Okay.
You can follow me on Facebook at Carlos Martinez, and then follow me on Instagram at 2K Carlo.
All right. Casey has more words for you. That's if we let you tag out.
By all means, keep it in the ring.
Yikes.
Let's keep it in the ring, boys.
All right. As for me, I have Trigger Bohannon coming on tomorrow for SWA. And he's not a man of many words, so this might be a short interview.
10 minutes tops.
I could see that man has a lot going on in his mind, but not a lot going out of his mouth.
He does. Also, tomorrow is the one and only Alicia Love coming at you from down south.
Word.
Very excited to have her on. Next week, I have the one and only Dynasty Heavyweight Champion, Johan Nara.
God, Jesus.
Coming to join me. That is a rescheduled podcast. And also, Tony Cini from Titan Championship Wrestling. My home away from home. Love
Did he
it
wrestle
there.
on GTS?
I think he does wrestle on GTS.
That's another dream place I want to go to.
GTS?
Yeah,
All right.
childhood nostalgia.
Okay, all right. What else I got going on? Of course, this Friday is Knuckle Up at SWA. Make sure you go down to the Sportatorium right here in Deer Park. Get your tickets online now, but if worse comes to worse, show up at the door, buy your tickets at the door, but definitely come on down. It's going to be a fun show. And of course, after that, I will be at Titan Championship Wrestling presents Guerrilla Warfare as Amity LeVay, the Goddesses of War champion, is going up against Cosmic. That's going to be a crazy night. Make sure you go to Titan Championship Wrestling to get your tickets. After that, I don't know where I'm going to be. Depends on my work schedule.
At home.
I have options, though. Also, what's going on? I will be back at Big Event, and the next guest to be announced is coming soon. My first guest already announced is the Cotton Candy Princess herself, Tiffany Avatar. Stay tuned for the next announcement coming soon. Shout out to my friends at SICW Wrestling all the way out in Illinois who run the Papa Dent commercial on their programming. Love the Federation. Love them all over there. Support SICW. And, of course, where I go, the 23-6 championship is with me. Right there. And this Friday, I will be filming Papa Dank vlogs. So stay tuned for that. Also, my next 2 episodes are coming next week. One title I can't say just yet. The other title is Seaside Dank.
You could be on a boat.
I always put a spin on things, so that's what I got. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'll see everybody tomorrow night, guys. Hang on for a minute. Stay tuned.